FoodShare is the only organization in Toronto that is taking such a multifaceted approach to food in schools. We started off working with student nutrition programs, and so we're working with school communities to get student nutrition programs going. But from there we developed Field to Table Schools, which is an education piece that complements getting good healthy food into schools by giving hands-on learning opportunities for students.
What does citrus give us? It's sour. Yeah, so like when you eat it, it's like, that's really important for a good salad dressing. My job, very luckily, is to actually come through at the beginning and teach children from the start what healthy food is, where it comes from, who's involved, how it gets here, how do you grow it, how do you look after it, when to harvest it. So these are close. Sunflower seeds. Yep, so they could definitely be local. We have sunflowers all over the place in the summer. Unfortunately, I have seen the effects of a lifelong of unhealthy eating habits in the hospital setting, and it's not pretty. We all know there is a crisis happening with regards to food literacy. Those skills have no longer been passed down through generations from parents or grandparents to children. It's not passed down through education in the school setting, so therefore this new generation coming through, and even ones before that, are really missing out.
It is so important to teach hands-on experience about food. We're learning about the human body right now as well, so teaching them real-life examples of how to eat healthy and really just getting their hands dirty and actually making food was amazing. It was a great experience, and I had seen it and I wanted them to see it. I've done cooking with them, and it's a very valuable lesson. They love it. There's so much you can teach from cooking.
That it just integrates naturally into the way that we learn about sciences, social science, bringing the curriculum alive around math, arts. There's so many great intersections where we can bring food in and provide really positive experiences with food.
I wish there was more resources for us. A lot of schools don't have kitchens. We don't have a cafeteria.
We'll have youth that are disinterested, the grade 8 boy who's just kind of like, I don't want to do anything, and all of a sudden you break out some seedlings or some seeds, and like all the walls fall down, and there's something that rings true with something inside of them. It's just like beautiful. Like we've seen it happen in the last couple of months.
Usually I'll be in class and like an hour would feel like a day, and I'm here and then lunch was already, I'm like, wait, how to pass so quick? Like I'm here doing work, but it's like that. You can actually work and have fun at the same time.
Don't say that it can't be done until you go out and try it and realize that there's no reason why it can't be done. And just you put your effort into it, and if you show passion in it, your students will show passion in it. And as long as you're willing to work with people, and of course it's going to happen. It's going to work.
Well, Recipe for Change is our initiative that we have on the go right now, where we're working with provincial partners to send a message to say that food literacy education is important for our kids. Right now we do have a bit of a crisis. Whether it's with kids not understanding anything about their food, but also we are seeing, because of the disconnect that we have with our food here in our communities, we're getting higher rates of diabetes, higher rates of obesity amongst children and youth, and we really do have a generation that has no idea how to care for themselves and to eat well. And so, although we're seeing a trend arise where people are realizing that we've come to this point, we thought it would be really important to have an overarching initiative that we could all come on board and say to the provincial government and to our own communities that this is important, we need to value it and make opportunities for this type of learning in classrooms. So one of the things we're asking for is a change to the Education Act that solidifies that commitment, that says that as we move forward and we design our schools and we design our curriculum, that we make sure that we're embedding food in. So we're embedding it not just as a one-off course that you may take in 1 year, but that it's something you're learning from junior kindergarten all up the way till grade 12.
If you had told me in 1992 when I came to FoodShare that this much programming in schools would happen the way it's happening, even I wouldn't have believed you. I am stunned at the impact FoodShare has had on helping to move a very hesitant school system. What we are doing is working. It's working to ensure that kids actually are eating servings of fresh fruit and vegetables every day. All kinds of scientists are trying to figure out how to manipulate their parents into buying vitamins and specialty items. But you know what? Kids want to eat fresh fruit and vegetables. It's working, proving to teachers and administrators that the whole school becomes a nicer place to go to work if you have food programs. It's working to convince farmers that they're really as interested in feeding children as they are in making sure that their product reaches stores. So it's working on so many levels, and it is so fantastic to see it in action.